Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, then my name is Benisha. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and hit on the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. So today's video is about wearing makeup under a mask. So if you're interested to know how I did it, then please keep on watching. So in case if you are wondering how I did this ponytail, then I have a video on how I did this and I'll link it in the iCard on top. Please click on that to know how I did this. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. Now to begin with, I'm going to be applying a moisturizer first. Okay, so let's complete our skincare first before we begin in with the actual makeup. So for that I'm using the Clinique Moisture Surge today. The one mistake which we always do is to forget our neck. Please don't forget that. Our neck is the area where it is very easily to age. So make sure that you don't skip your neck. It's super important that you moisturize your face so that your makeup glides on really smooth. So in case you are wondering why your foundation is looking patchy, why is it not blending a lot on your face, most of the times it's because you have not applied a moisturizer before your makeup. So the next very important step in skincare is to apply a sunscreen before stepping out. Please don't forget to apply a sunscreen. It is very important to protect your skin from sunlight. So make sure that you do it. So whatever makeup you're going to do is going to come after the skincare. So skincare first and then the makeup. So you're going to apply the primer after the sunscreen. I will link all the products in the description box below. Please don't forget to check it out. So after the sunscreen, I'm going to be using a primer today. So the purpose of this primer is to fill in all the pores that you're having in this area and mostly in the forehead and the chin. So this is actually a dupe for Benefit Professional. And this is my favorite primer so far. I've already shown this so many times in my channel and this is how it looks like. I have to get another one very soon. So I'm going to be taking very little. So as soon as you just smoothly apply this primer, you will notice how beautifully it has blurred the skin out. I'm not going to be using any foundation on my skin today because we are going to be wearing a mask anyway. So who needs a foundation below a mask? So yes, I'm just going to be using a concealer. So if you have really dark pigmentation under your eyes, make sure you use a corrector. So I'm going to be using very little of the corrector today. Apply very little, otherwise you will have a very dark shade of orange peeking through your concealer. So make sure that you apply very little. And I'm going to be blending it with a concealer brush. So most of the brushes I use are from PAC. So whatever is left on the brush, I'm going to be applying it around my mouth. And I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Corrector in the shade orange. And for concealer, I'm going to be using MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. And you don't have to use this. Of course, if you want to have a drugstore alternative, you can definitely use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This also works beautifully, but I'm using this concealer today. So I'm in the shade NC40. And I'm going to be blending it with the same brush. And whatever is left on the brush, just take it around the nose and a little on the center of the forehead. Now to prevent the concealer from creasing, I'm going to be applying a loose powder today. So I'm using the Huda Beauty loose powder today. So I'm going to be taking a good amount of the powder and just dabbing it. It's always necessary that you use a powder to set any cream products that you have used on your face so that it stays very long and does not move. So So immediately after you apply the powder, your face might look a bit cakey, but it's just going to be alright in some time, because once your body temperature and everything reacts with the powder, it beautifully sets and it looks skin-like. Now for the other areas of my face, I'm just going to be using a compact, and today I'm using the compact from MAC. I'm in the shade NC40. I'm going to be using the same sponge which came with this, and I'm going to be taking some powder and just pressing it all over my face. So a lot of you guys must be wondering what is the difference between a loose powder and the compact that I'm using right now. So loose powders are normally powders that are used to set your makeup. That is, if you have applied any liquid products below, you have to set it with the powder. Only then the makeup stays for long. Otherwise, in just a matter of half an hour to 1 hour, it just gets smudges and fades away. So that's why it's very important that you use a powder to set your base. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of powders which are there in the market. So this is called a translucent face powder, which is from PAC. If you have watched my videos, you would have definitely seen me using this. So this is a white powder. So it basically has no color. So anyone with any skin color can use this powder and it works beautifully. So another variant is this Huda Beauty powder, which I have just used now. So this is actually a tinted powder. So the difference between a powder and a compact is a compact will have coverage, whereas a powder doesn't have any coverage. So powder is only meant to set your face. So loose powders are meant to only set the makeup, whereas compacts are used to give your face the finish of using both a powder and a foundation. So if you are using a liquid foundation, make sure that you use a setting powder instead of a compact, because a compact already has foundation in it. So if you want really natural coverage, then I would definitely suggest you guys to get a foundation separately and a loose powder. So if you're just going to use one product for your base, then please go for a compact. If you have the time to use a foundation and a powder, then please go for that. If you have just the time to use only a compact, then it's completely fine. So it all depends on how and what products work for you. Compacts are especially very friendly for people who have very oily skin. So it works very well for people with very oily skin. So for people with dry skin, I would still recommend you guys to try a foundation. That means a liquid foundation, and then use very little amount of loose powder to set your face. Now the next most important step is to fill in your eyebrows. I'm going to be using this eyebrow pomade from MAC. So I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows now, and I'm using this brush from PAC, which is 100. So it has a flat brush on one side and a spoolie on the other. So when you fill in your eyebrows, make sure that you start from the center of your eyebrows and not from the beginning. So if you want to know how I fill in my eyebrows, then please click on the iCard on top. I have a full video on how I do my eyebrows with the eyebrow pomade. So it is very important that you do your eyebrows at the end of any makeup you do, no matter what you do. If you wear a kajal, if you wear eyeliner, whatever, make sure that you fill your eyebrows and see the difference. You'll definitely feel that, you know, your face is like much more brighter, and it looks really good when you actually try filling in your eyebrows. So now I'm going to be doing my eye makeup. It's completely optional to you guys. You can completely skip this and just use a liner or a kajal and just flaunt your day. But I thought, okay, anyway, we are going to have the focus on the eye, so let's make it a little dramatic. I'm going to be using a base to hold the eyeshadow in place, and for that I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Laying Low. You can easily use a concealer and set it with a powder before you start it, but I'm just using this today because I have it in my kit. And in case you're wondering why I'm using a spatula to scoop the product out, it's because it is the product from my kit and it's not my personal use product. So I'm going to be applying it on my eyelids. And make sure that you apply a very thin layer. So the main reason why I like using this product is because it sets by itself. So this is a product which is a cream based and it sets like a powder later. So it's very easy to use and it is also time saving. Now for my eye makeup today, I'm going to be using the NYX Lid Lingerie palette. And I'm going to be using this shade, and I'm using the brush from Pro Art, which is AE25. and I'm going to be applying this color on my lid. So take your time in blending this, as blending makes the look beautiful. So next I'm going to be using this shade, which is a dark brown shade from the same palette. So I'm going to be taking very little product and just applying on the outer end of my crease. Now the next shade that I'm going to be using is this skin like shade, and so I'm using this brush from PAC, which is the 206 brush, and I'm patting this on my lid. So this is exactly the color of my skin, so it works as a very neutral color. Now for my lower lid, I'm going to be using the same dark brown eyeshadow that we used on the outer corners. I'm using the eyeliner from NYX, which is the Epic Ink eyeliner. So I'm going to be drawing a very thin line, very close to the lash line, so that it looks a little defined. So in case you're looking for some sketch eyeliner which is very thin and it works very well, then I would definitely suggest you guys this NYX eyeliner. And not to forget, apply some lip balm definitely before stepping out. So this one is my favorite. It is from Laneige and it is called the Lip Sleeping Mask. So I personally don't like using a lipstick below a mask because that's definitely gonna transfer and create a mess there. So to prevent the lip balm from smudging, I learned a new trick from Manny MUA, where he takes some powder, like some very little loose powder, and like very little, okay, not like how you use for baking, and just dab it around the lips after applying a lip balm. But in case if you're going for lunch or to a restaurant where you have to remove your mask, then I would suggest you guys to go for a lip pencil rather than using a lipstick, because this is super matte and smudge proof and it stays on for a really long time without transferring. So take a tissue, dab on the excess. So that's it, you guys. That is all for the makeup today. I hope you guys found this useful. So I'm going to be wearing a mask. So my kind advice to you guys is to buy a mask which is not dyed. That is, always prefer using a white mask so that you don't get any stains or transfer of color on your face even if you sweat. And don't go for masks that are made up of t-shirt materials or knitted material, because that is gonna keep in the moisture for a really long time. I know that it absorbs sweat really fast, but it does not evaporate that easily. So the sweat will not evaporate that easily, so that will cause allergies, rashes on your face, because the mask is gonna keep all the sweat and the moisture in for a really long time. So always prefer using cotton masks, and always wear a mask, okay, because safety comes first. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.